Hi, everybody. It's the Body Bag. Good to be back. Let me tell you, 223 UFC. What a crazy week they've had. We had Ferguson out doing media, turned to talk to somebody, tripped, tore a ligament in his knee. He's out. The whole world knows that. They went calling for people. Few people said no, but Max Holloway, he said 6 day notice. I'm in. Let's do this. So here we go. We have one fighter that's been training for 8 weeks to go fight Ferguson. All of a sudden, he's fighting a completely different fighter. And then we have another fighter that's moving up in weight to fight for that 155 belt on 6 days notice. And oh, by the way, he will not say what he weighed when he received the phone call, but it's going to be a record-breaking weight cut to get him down to 155. And Max said when the fight's over, he'll let us know what he weighed when he received that phone call. So here we go. Here's the matchup. Well, right off the bat, I have to say it's probably 60-40 Khabib. And the reason is you take a fight on 6 days notice, you got to cut a lot of weight. The whole time it's just cutting weight. There's no training really at all. You're just trying to shed that weight, shed that water so you can hit 155 on the dot. You know, Khabib's one of the best in the world, and this is going to be very difficult for Holloway. Now, Holloway, he hasn't been taken down in the last 4 years. All that means is he'll be able to stuff some of these takedowns. If Khabib can get him up against the fence, muscle him, he could probably take him down. So look for that. Khabib is saying he's not talking knockout or submission in 1 round, 3 rounds. He's talking 25 minutes of punishment on Max Holloway. Max is going to have to try to keep his distance. He's going to have to stuff the takedowns, and he's going to have to look for that shot and rock him. This fight, I mean, I don't know if Max can go 5 rounds competitively with Khabib, who's been training for weeks. So this one here, it can be a wild 3-round fight. I mean, we'll see what kind of shape Max is really in. 2 weeks ago, he was talking about how his ankle, because he pulled out of the Frankie Edward fight because of that ankle. And to me, it sounded like that ankle was only 90%, 85% a couple weeks ago. Of course, he's saying weight's not going to be an issue. The ankle's not an issue. The last week I was in Arizona and I was training. Well, when they get in the cage and when that first round starts, we'll see how everything goes. This is going to be tough for Max. If he wins this fight, it's going to be one of the greatest victories in UFC history. Michael Bisping took a fight in 9-10 days and knocked out Luke and got the belt. So let's just see how this dynamite goes. You know, I like to call the fights. I love Max. I'm saying Khabib less than 4 rounds. I hope I'm wrong. I want to know what the fans think about this. Then, of course, we have the ladies. This fight should be the headliner since Ferguson had to be removed from the card. These ladies, this will be the fight of the night. I've said it and I'm calling it. It will be fight of the night. This one is not going to be a 1-rounder like last time. I'm predicting this is going to be 5 rounds of just a war. And Joanna's going to get her belt back. We'll see. I was wrong last time. Hey, you never know. That's what I'm going for. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about real quick, I mean, it's a great card. There's a lot of great fighters on it. But everybody's talking about McGregor today during media day. What an idiot. Picks up an object, which is a metal dolly, and throws it against the window of a large van full of fighters. And one of the fighters, the glass cut his forehead. I don't have all the details on that, but McGregor just went crazy. He's going to have a lot of stuff going down on him. I mean, obviously he's going to, the cops, I don't know if they were looking for him. I don't know if they found him yet. He damaged the van. He damaged at least one fighter in the van. I mean, what is this guy doing? He comes to media day. He has 20, 30 guys with him. He's like a stupid elf running around on meth. What an idiot. I mean, come on. I mean, McGregor, don't even come back. Nobody's missed you. So why even come back? Nobody's missed you. Nobody cares. The UFC is all about the now. And what's going on now is we may have Max Holloway get both your belts. He has the 145. He might get the 155. I mean, you're just an elf out of control. You are the biggest idiot in today's sports. This is almost up there with Mike Tyson biting the piece of the ear off of his opponent. I mean, come on, that glass could have shattered in somebody's eyes and hurt them for life. You are a jerk. Do not come back to the MMA. Go into pro wrestling and get the hell out of this sport. I want to know how the fans think about that. F McGregor. That's what I say. F McGregor. But let's get back to the card. The last two fights in the card, you got the ladies, and you got Khabib, and you got Holloway. Just those two fights alone, I don't care if you have to pay for it. You have to pay a cover charge to get into a bar. It's going to be tough to stream. You better do it early. It's going to be, you better have the bandwidth. But this is going to be one hell of a Saturday. I'm looking forward to it. I hope everybody's having a good time watching these fights and listening to my podcast. And this is the Body Bag, and I am out.